What's up guys, Static here, and welcome back to Black Aperture for another episode of Spawn Point, the show where we test whether mobs can or can't spawn on specific blocks just because we can. Now today I wanted to do kind of an easy test just to ease myself back into the whole Spawn Point thing, and so today we're going to be doing a nice easy test, and one that I've been wanting to do for quite a while now, and it's going to be a combined test of several blocks. And so today we're going to be testing whether mobs can or can't spawn on furnaces, chests, and crafting tables. Just to save myself some time, I thought I'd test crafting tables and furnaces at the same time, just since both of them are very similar blocks in that they both take up the full space of the block and both can be activated. So let's switch off the lights and see what happens. As you can see already, very quickly we got spawns on both the crafting tables and on furnaces. Now, chests are a little bit different in that they don't take up the full space of the block, and as you can see, because you can't place chests directly next to each other, I've had to stagger the spawning pads so that there's some chests on the lower level and some chests on the higher level. This means that mobs probably won't be able to pack spawn, so we might have to wait a little bit longer to get a conclusive result. But as you can see, there is 2 blocks of space between the top chests and the roof, so all of the blocks on the spawning pads should be spawnable if mobs are able to spawn on top of chests. So let's get this test underway and see whether mobs can or can't spawn on chests. Just a reminder for anyone with a very short memory, my spawning pads are dark enough to allow mobs to spawn even despite the lights on the outside here, and I am far enough away from the pads up the back to allow spawns back there. Some people also complain that because I move around too much I don't give mobs time to spawn, but as you can see I'm standing still and so far we are getting nothing. Like I said though, because mobs aren't able to pack spawn, I will give them a little bit of extra time to spawn just in case. Right, and as you can see we still have no spawns, so that means that mobs cannot spawn on top of chests, presumably simply because they no longer take up the full space of the block. Be interesting to go back and test whether the old chests were able to spawn mobs. So as far as implications of these tests go, as far as furnaces and working crafting tables, I know a lot of players like to use them in floors to add a little bit of different texture to floors. However, now we know that mobs can indeed spawn on crafting tables and the furnaces, so if you do use those as part of your flooring, keep in mind that mobs are able to spawn on them and you will need to light up those areas. And as far as the test with chests, because mobs are not able to spawn on top of chests, you don't need to worry about lighting out your storage areas quite as much. But that being said, unless your storage areas consist 100% of chests like these pads do here, I'd still suggest lighting them up. Alright, so that means that we are now able to add chests into our non-spawnable box, and furnaces and crafting tables into our spawnable box. Now, if there's a block up on the wall that you'd like to see tested, guys, please let me know in the comment section down below, and if any of the blocks get a lot of attention or a lot of requests, I'll test them in the next episode. Also, if there's a block that you'd like to see tested that isn't up on the wall, again, please let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll be happy to chuck that up on the wall if I think there's a reason to test it. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I will see you next time.